What's up, guys? Zinigami here. Let's go over the brand new characters coming out in the Japanese version of One Piece Treasure Cruise. We have 6+ Zoro, 6+ Law, 2 new secret characters that are going to have their points boosted during the next treasure map, that is Gear 4 Luffy Adventure. And we have the Doflamingo batch, Doflamingo, Trebol, Sugar, Senor Pink, and Pica. We also have the artworks, thanks to a few different groups on the Twitters and stuff. You'll know who they are because they have their watermarks and stuff on them. I think these two are from the... who are these guys from? This one's from WGO or WG. I think we have worst generation. Yeah, these should all be worst generation people. That's Senor Pink, though. We're going to go back over those. So the first new character, or the surface character we're going to go over, is the 6+ Law. 6+ Law is basically like Gear 4 Luffy is to time skip Luffy. And what I mean by that is that this is the Quick Law. Unfortunately, it's not the Psy Law. I was really hoping that Psy Law would be getting that 6+, but it's the new Quick, or the newer Quick Law, who's getting the 6+. And this law is where the old Quick Law is a striker captain and boost striker orbs. This law is a cerebral captain and boost cerebral orbs. So he is still a cerebral striker. His captain ability boosts the attack of cerebral by 3 times, boosts their health by 1.25 times, and heals for half of his recovery at the end of each turn, depending on how many perfects you hit. So if you hit 6 perfects, if you have full recovery cotton candies on him, you heal for about 3,000 with just a single loss. So with 2 laws, you hit 6 perfects and you're healing for 6,000 per turn, not including your extra healing from your heal per turn socket. So that is a ton of healing. With 2 law captains, you're basically never going to die. But big thing is that he changes from being a striker to a cerebral captain. And same thing for his special ability. He now also reduces enemy barrier durations. So that's like combo hit barrier durations and stuff like that. Any barrier combo perfect orb color barriers are reduced by 1 turn. He deals 200,000 fixed damage to all enemies and boosts the orbs of cerebral characters by 2.25 times for 1 turn. So you want, if you have Quick Law already, you're wondering if you should evolve to 6+ Law, you should actually keep 2 of them around, hopefully. And one of them being your striker Quick Law, one of them being your cerebral Quick Law, whichever one you want to use more. And then we have the new Zoro. So this is a 6+ Zoro, and unfortunately, while he is really, really good, he's basically just a straight upgrade from a 6-star Zoro. He's really boring. His captain ability is basically everything you see here. His captain ability is just boost the attack of slashers by 3 times and boost their health by 1.5 times. Super boring captain ability. They got rid of half the fun of the previous 6-star Zoro, where he had a weaker captain ability, but if he killed something the previous turn, then it's a stronger captain ability. Now it's just always the 3 times attack. I mean, it is without a doubt better than 6-star Zoro. That's really boring to just make it always 3 times attack and always 1.5 times health. That's his entire captain ability. He boosts attack of slashes by 3 times and health by 1.5. His special ability now deals 120 times the attack in types damage to all enemies. That's a lot of damage. A little bit more than Gear 4 Luffy Stage 1, so that's a pretty significant amount, and it's to all characters. His special abilities works mostly the same way, where if he's a captain, it's 2 times attack boost for slashers. If he's a sailor, it's 1.75 times attack for slashers. Exactly the same, but now, if he's a sailor, he also locks the chain multiplier to 2.5 times. So you don't need to also use like Adventure Mode Mihawk to set your chain to lock your chain, although Mihawk does lock it to a higher number. But that chain lock only works if your Zoro's not your captain. So you have a trade-off between either using him as a captain for the 2 times attack or using him as a sailor for 175 and also locking your chain. But overall, the 6+ Zoro is a pretty boring change. They just basically made him a little better and just added on. And also locked your chain to 2.5. Not my favorite 6-star or 6+ change. Great, but boring. So we have Vivi. Kimono Vivi, a woman after my own heart. Look at you. She is a Dex Free Spirit Cerebral character. Decent stats, so not crazy. Max cooldown of 10. Vivi, Captain ability, boost attack of Free Spirit and Cerebral characters by 1.75 times and her health by 1.5 times, but boost berry gained by 2.5 times. That's a lot of extra special berries right there. Her special ability, shuffles non-matching orbs, heals 2018 hit points, and max health of 2018 also. Gotta get on there, Bandai. She also boosts the orbs of Cerebral and Free Spirit characters 1.75 times for 1 turn. Vivi, not super exciting. She's just okay all around. There's a lot of people who shuffle or non-matching. A lot of people, it's not a very big heal. And it's just 1.75 times for 1 turn for Cerebral and Free Spirit. There are many people who do that. But the big thing is that the Vivi and the Uruji are going to, like I said earlier, be 2 times adventure mode point boosted for the gear for Luffy. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. Law used to be Slasher Striker. Oh, Blue Law Slasher Striker. I don't have a Blue Law, so I don't remember. Blue Law is Slasher Striker. Now he's Cerebral Striker. Oh. Slight change on his typing there. Okay. Yeah, nothing else with the Vivi. Except for if you want the berries, she does give you extra berry boost. The attack boost does not stack, so a Free Spirit Cerebral character does not get to double dip on that attack. That is just a 1.75 type attack if it's Free Spirit or Cerebral characters. Having them both does not get you extra boost. The new Vivi is guaranteed on the second multi, the second day of the Sugo, and Uruji is guaranteed on the second multi of the third day of Sugo Fest. If you're interested in getting these characters and you want them for adventure mode for the next upcoming Japanese Sugo. So Uruji is a Striker Powerhouse character. His Captain ability, boosts attack of Striker and Powerhouse by 175. Once again, does not stack. Health by 1.5 times, and boosts EXP by 1.5. So that's the same EXP boost as Neptune, same EXP boost as Perona. So it's a nice EXP booster, although the attack boost is much lower, but there's to give you a little bit of health as well. His special ability changes basically any non-primary color orbs, so that's Tandem, Recovery, G, Block, and Bomb orbs into matching orbs for all characters. Heals for 7,600 and reduces damage taken by 76% for 1 turn. So the Uruji is probably way better than the Vivi, being able to change all these orbs, especially block orbs, into matching orbs, and G orbs, and tandem and recovery orbs. There's a lot of stages that like to do a combination of things, but just like Kuma, it also handles tandem, recovery, block, bomb, and G orbs into matching, heals, and reduces damage taken. So it's a pretty nice special. And Uruji and Vivi are both boosted for gear for Adventure Mode or Treasure Map. Then we have the new characters. Oh yeah, Uruji. Forgot to show his sweet, sweet art. There you go. Thanks, Worst Generation, with your watermark right there in the middle of the thing. Then we have the new Doflamingo, whose artwork looks pretty great. I really like the new Doflamingo artwork. It looks good stuff, man. Doflamingo, still a driven cerebral character. His Captain ability, if there are 6 driven characters on your team, so if you have a team of entirely driven characters, he'll boost the attack of driven characters by 3.25 times, or if they have a matching orb, all the way up to 4 times attack boost. Boost their health by 1.2 times. He lowers the rate of getting strength orbs and makes dex and quick orbs matching for driven characters. So that is basically like the basically just like Lucy, making lower ring rate of red orbs and making green and blue count as matching. 3.25 times attack, so good. And going all the way up to 4 times attack is so good. Oh man, is that a powerful captain ability. That is a really, really powerful captain ability. Obviously limited by having to use all driven characters, so it's more limiting than Lucy, but this is a stupidly powerful captain ability. Kind of wish they changed the colors of the orbs, so that way it's not literally the exact same thing as Lucy is. where it's lower red, but green and blue count as matching, especially since Doflamingo is green, so he doesn't really get to benefit from that. But there are a few limit breaks that we're going to talk about later that does really help this Doflamingo out, that gives you matching a ton of times. Also, really nice thing, if you pair up Doflamingo with like a Fujitora friend captain, Legend Fujitora and Legend Doflamingo means that just from those two characters, Tandem, Recovery, Dex, and Quick Orbs will all count as matching for driven characters, and lowers rate of Strength Orbs. Doflamingo does have a Sailor ability. As a Sailor ability, he treats his own Quick Orbs as beneficial and makes Dex Orbs count as beneficial for driven characters. Okay, so he does have a Sailor ability. His special ability is a brand new special ability, so that's at least new and different. He deals twice the amount of overkill damage that you dealt in the previous turn and typeless damage to all enemies. So this is basically Int Mihawk for overkill damage, and let me explain what that means. So overkill damage, let's say that you have a character with 1 million hit points, and you attack him, and you're at the end of all your attacks you do, and he is at full health, the end of all your attacks you do 1.5 million hit points. Or let's say a character has only 200,000 hit points left, and you attack him and you deal 500,000 damage. That extra damage that you dealt over his remaining health, so in the first situation where you do 1.5 million to 1 million hit points, you do 500,000 damage of overkill. If he had 200,000 hit points and you do 500,000 hit points damage, you do 300,000 damage of overkill damage. So the lower the enemy is compared to how much damage you do, the more overkill damage you do. And so if you barely kill somebody, the overkill damage is going to be basically nothing at all, and Int Mihawk's going to be way better to use. Because Int Mihawk, especially the 6+, gets to do 50 or 60% of the total damage you dealt that previous turn for your regular attacks. Special attacks do not count for either of these specials. Doflamingo, though, really wants you to end one of your attacks, getting them pretty low and getting another character doing like a ton of damage. And depending on how the team setup looks like if you have a bunch of fodder units with relatively low hit points and you're doing a burst turn there, all of that damage that you're killing over fodder units will all count as overkill damage, and it'll be doubled. So the damage from overkill damage ramps up very, very quickly. And there are going to be lots of situations where Doflamingo actually does way more damage than Int Mihawk does. For example, let's imagine a stage 4 fight on a coliseum stage. We kill the mini-bots in the middle, and then we have a bunch of fodder units left around. If we burst on those fodder units, maybe they have in total only 500,000 hit points, but we do like 3 million damage to all the characters. Then that's 2.5 million damage that's going to, from a single Doflamingo, be made into 5 million damage burst. So that's the difference between dealing 1.5 million damage with an Int Mihawk special or 5 million damage with a Doflamingo special, assuming all things are the same and the amount of damage dealt is the same, 3 million damage for 500 hit points total. So if you can do a lot of burst on low hit point characters, Doflamingo is going to absolutely destroy with his special, since it's doubled. But the situations are going to be very different between whether you use Doflamingo or Int Mihawk, once again assuming that everything else about the team is exactly the same. So that's a pretty neat special, and a really, 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 really powerful captain ability. We have Trebol next. Is this one? Nope, this one's Trebol. Trebol is a strength-driven shooter character. Trebol's captain ability is like Nightmare Luffy, where it starts off at high attack and high attack and starts cutting your health and your attack every single turn, so you really kind of don't want to use him as a captain. His Sailor ability boosts attack of characters or your captains by 100. And Trebol actually limit breaks, and his limit break includes a Sailor ability that makes tandem orbs count as matching for I don't know if it's all characters or just driven characters. But his Sailor ability does make tandem orbs count as matching, which really helps with if you're using a Doflamingo captain, which using a Trebol captain now makes 3 different orbs count as matching for a Doflamingo captain on a driven team. His special ability reduces enemy damage threshold, percent damage, that's a rainbow shield, and increased defense, that's a blue shield. That's just driven. Okay, so Sailor ability is just driven tandem as matching. Once again, perfect for that Doflamingo team. So that's reduces blue shield, rainbow shield, and damage threshold by 4 turns. And if you have a 6th driven character team, once again, Doflamingo Legend, boosts the attack of driven characters by 2 times. So he is the first 2 times driven special that we have in the game. Pretty neat. And really wants to be used with Legend Dofi. That you'll see this is something that Bandai's doing a lot with these batches, where they really want you to pull the entire batch. They really want that ching. Then we have Sugar. Sugar is a Psy-driven cerebral character. Decent stats, not the most exciting thing to write home to. Sugar's captain ability. None of these captain abilities are really great. They're kind of boring captain abilities. Sailor ability that reduces paralysis by 1 turn on all characters, which is really good. But also, Sugar limit breaks and makes recovery count as matching for all driven characters. Sugar's special... Oh, Diamante Coliseum also boosts by 2 times. Right. It's the first non-health limited 2 times driven boost, because Diamante Coliseum is limited by being at full health. Sugar changes recovery, tandem, and G orbs into matching orbs, and boosts the effects of driven characters orbs by 1.75 times for 3 whole turns, and also locks orbs for 1 turn, which is really important when matched up with... I'm going to jump over to Pica, because Pica, his special ability, cuts health by 20%, reduces bind and despair by 4 turns, and changes all orbs, including block orbs, on driven characters into G orbs. So Pica is guaranteed full G orbs no matter what, including block orbs. And matched up with Sugar will give you full matching orbs and also lock those orbs for 1 turn, and also boost orbs by 3 times. So Pica and Sugar go great together. Pica's attack boost, once again, captain ability, once again, pretty boring. Pica's the 2nd character in the game to have the cannot be blown away Sailor ability, the first being Sentomaru. He is a int-driven powerhouse, and his Sailor ability makes all int orbs on driven characters count as matching. So Pica makes int orbs on driven characters, Trebol makes tandem, Sugar makes recovery orbs on driven characters count as matching. Doflamingo makes quick and dex. So if you have all those characters, the only orbs that don't really count as matching are Psy orbs, and then you have a lower rate of strength orbs. So with the Doflamingo captain and all those characters, you get tons of matching orbs every single turn. And then finally we have Senor Pink. Oh, that Senor Pink, Mr. Pinky. He is a quick free spirit shooter character. It's nice. Yeah, Cabbage does make Psy orbs count as matching, but I'm just talking about these rare recruit characters. Senor Pink, captain ability, boosts attack of free spirit by 275. Just straight 275 times attack. Pretty, by far the best captain ability out of this batch so far. Sailor ability makes dex orbs count beneficial for himself. And his special ability reduces enemy barrier duration. That once again is barrier. That's the same thing as Uruji's. No, who was it? Who did barrier? Oh, it was Law. Barrier duration, once again, that's like perfect hit combo, orbs, color barriers, health barriers, combo hit combo barriers. Reduces barrier duration by 1 turn. Reduces enemy damage nullification by 1 turn. And deals 30 times attack and damage to all enemies. This one right here is the biggest one, the damage nullification. Because that is the golden color shield that prevents all damage. That can get you in a lot of trouble. So the stops you from preventing all damage or gets rid of that damage nullification barrier by 1 turn is pretty big. So unless you have a Legend Blackbeard team, a lot of these characters that help you get through those damage thresholds and barriers are going to be really important. So yeah, that's the new batch. They really want you to pull the full family batch and use them all together. Just like with Judge and all of his Power Rangers, you want to use Doflamingo and the rest of his family together. They do work great together. Basically does everything you need. Doflamingo is going to see a lot of play as a full driven team. It's going to be really great. But Pica and Trebol, Pica especially, I'm really excited about if you can get him as just a driven character. Because with Pica getting all G orbs, you can also use that with like a raid boss Shiki for fully matching orbs and also type boost it. New Law's alright. Nothing exciting, and New Zoro is a bit of a disappointment. Great characters, but not too exciting. I've been Zinigami, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy Senor Pink. Y'all stay beautiful.